And yes, we are celebrating Women's Month. In fact, I feel like it's our day each and every day because each and every day I wake up, I'm just like, it is still August. It is still our month. And also, we are saying today we are doing radio according to UYINENE MRKWETYANA. As you can see on the other side, I'm joined by two beautiful ladies and we are dressed in black with color today. So, Sitige, we're celebrating Ubomi Buka UYINENE. And Janibulisa Nonke, greetings to everyone who's just joined us at this moment, be it on your Facebook as well as YouTube. And also, if you're streaming us live, thank you so much for joining us. Wow. If you've been checking out social media and you've been seeing a lot of, updates coming in from the foundation, they're here to tell us today what is going to be taking place tomorrow. So if you're in East London, make sure that tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, in fact, they will tell us where we will be tomorrow. Greetings, Sister Gas Lanis. How are you? How's everyone doing? Are we good?
Good afternoon. Good. Excited.
Good. Very excited.
I can see that. I can feel the energy.
Yes.
We are ready for the walk.
Yes. Okay, let's start with you, Sister Vega. Could you kindly tell us about the role that you play with the foundation?
So, as you know, I am a psychologist by profession, but at the foundation, I'm an advisory board member. So, I'm involved in terms of the planning of interventions around GB-related issues that the foundation wants to get involved in. And, of course, the media side of things, getting people to understand and know what is happening, where they need to be. And, yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. Lenise?
Hi, I'm Lenise Bosman, the office administrator. So I do the daily running of the foundation.
Oh, you are a go-to lady.
She makes
the
us look
go-to.
good. You know? She makes us look good. She makes everything pop. And,
Beautiful. Sister Vega, mhlambi ke abanye abantu ndiyabawela nje sibakhumbuze why we are here today and the reason why we have formed this foundation. Could you take us a bit back?
So if we go back, we all know the tragic story of UYINENE MRKWETYANA Foundation and how she died at the hands of, violent men. But the foundation, when it was formed really to celebrate the other side of UYINENE, the energetic side, the academic, intellectual, the visionary side, but also the side that actually spoke for young people. She had a voice, she was speaking for many young people who are not able to voice, maybe due to circumstances, due to confidence issues, and so the foundation is really driving that message of making sure that we empower the young person.
Definitely. And I believe this year we're actually focusing on the boy child, which is something that is amazing because sometimes the boys feel left out. They feel that we focus too much on the girl child.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
So, Lenise, what made you guys focus on the boy child this year?
I think, like you said, the boy child always feels a bit left behind. And the focus this year is really to start. We've just established a football club also in Klina, which is UYINENE's hometown. So through sports also we want to just teach them
just encourage them to learn positive masculinity. Right? Because we're seeing men who grow up with the ideas around masculinity that is negative. And so it's really about correcting the narrative that is given to boys when they are growing up because they're going to become men.
Yes.
But it's also, I think the foundation is really intentional in terms of making sure that the boy child is not left behind and also creating safe spaces for boys and men to talk and express, because yes, GBV is predominantly experienced by females, but we know that the genders need to coexist in harmony and in peace for us to really fight GBV. So that's the stance that the foundation is taking, saying, well, women have been leading the fight against GBV. Let's allow men, let's give men space to lead the conversation, to lead the interventions, to lead the fight, because they need to also be at the center of the fight against GBV.
No, that is so true. Being a psychologist, I could never, I do not know how you do it because we give you so much of our problems. We come and we empty ourselves to you and we leave and we're feeling light and you're left probably with that feeling of, that was a lot. What are some of the cases I want to find out, Sister Becca, that you deal with on a daily, maybe, that you find that majority of the boys have in common?
So, I'm going to talk about two perspectives, right?
Yes.
From a perspective of a higher education environment, we see a lot of young men that come in as first years, second years, who still have very backward ideas about how to approach women and how to deal with relationships. This predominant idea that the man must get what he wants. So not being able to deal with a no. If a girl says no, that they're not playing hard to get, that they don't want, you in their space. And that women now know what they want and they can speak up for themselves, So we're seeing young men struggling to deal with rejection. And I think they retaliate, through violence. Now, I want to Tobeka, she's beautiful. I go and approach her, and then she declines me, she rejects me. How can she do that? Like, understand? So the ego gets
for that.
Yes. And the men, instead of dealing with the pain and learning to cope with the fact that it's okay to reject it, it's not about you, it's about the person knowing what they want, and maybe you are not it. And not being able to then express what is that feeling that you get when you are rejected. Instead of that, then they resort to violence and abuse and revenge. So that's the kind of young male that we're dealing with. And then we deal with also from a school perspective or from a home environment. When parents are raising boys, the messages that are being told to boys Okay, so we also have a problem in the home environment, so that community side of things, where boys are told not to cry, when they hurt, to pick themselves up quickly because there's no time for them to be emotional. So boys are really basically asked to cut off the emotional side of themselves from a very, very early age, which I think is something that we need to talk about in terms of how do we parent boys? What messages are we sending to boys? Boys are not hugged in the families, Females or girl children will get the hug, will get the soft, approach. Boys are getting the hard, cold approach. Okay, and I think that's also one of the problems. So we see young boys who grow up with no confidence because they were never told, "Man, boy, man, look at you." They don't have sense of confidence. They rely on the female to tell them that they are good because they don't hear that very often. They grow up with also this anger. A lot of young boys, they grow up with anger because they don't have the male in their homes, especially boys that grow up without a father figure, without a parent who's a male in their home. They grow up with this anger that maybe the male doesn't love them, so they feel that they are unlovable, right? And also angry because they feel abandoned and rejected. What is wrong with me? So they grow up with this rage, and I think those are the major issues that we deal with in terms of the counseling side of things.
Yeah, you deal with a lot. I'm noting that there's that thing of so we say we are cautious as a female when you're being approached. It's like, paying hard to get. And the boy child will be like, but she's trying to probably charm me in a way, so we need to know about boys. Oh no, why? And also with households, I do understand that thing of men don't cry.
And associating, masculinity or being feminine as being gay. And I think we need to also stop that.
Yes, we have to.
And also, there's nothing to be gay. So what if a person is gay then?
Exactly.
We mustn't make it seem like it's a less than, diminish their sense of worth.
Yeah, this conversation, we can go on and on. Now let's find out about tomorrow, Lanice. Where are we going? The time, the program, the speakers. Everyone, by the way, is so excited to see Tatu Petros tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Tatu Petros Matola. Of course. Everyone who is ready for him tomorrow. Yes. Please tell us about tomorrow.
So the GBVF Unity Walk is tomorrow at the Beacon Bay Country Club. The walk starts at 9:00. We have the wonderful Mr. Keith Ngezi as our program director. And then we have Papa Petros Majola, who's going to be our first speaker on the day. And I'm also so excited to meet him. We have the founder of Not In My Name, Mr. Temba Masanga.
Beautiful.
So part of the program. We have Nanshlanshla Moya,
yes,
head of the GBV unit at University of Fort Hare.
Yep. Beautiful.
We have the Beacon Bay councillor, Mr. Frederick Paul, and also Executive Mayor Princess Faku that's ending off the program on the day.
Yo, guys, I'm even showing it here to everyone who's actually tuned in now.
It's
You can
such
see, you can actually look.
It's rich.
For me, guys, like, kudos to your graphic designer. Kudos.
Oh, my goodness.
It turned out so beautifully.
You know, I cannot show them the program. I was looking at I've been looking at the program for
Yes.
tomorrow. Everything is beautiful. Like,
Me too.
It's everything and more. Like, I'm just like, this is beautiful work. Like, even the pictures of even Mama, oh, Honorable Mayor, wait till she's looking gorgeous. The Datu Petros, we know there. But so yesterday I posted right on my WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is like for the VVIPs, I always say. So I was telling people what's going to be happening once we're getting. So everyone's just like, yo, Datu Petros. I'm like, yo, guys, he's actually given like a certain amount of time to talk. Like, he cannot go on. We understand he could go on for an hour. In fact, it could be his whole session. But he needs to keep it to that time. So there's a challenge saying that, will he stay on time or will he not stay on time?
We will time it and we'll let you know.
Please let me know about that challenge. Now, let's see. On social media, where can we find you?
We have on our website, uyinenefoundation.org.za. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. So handle UYINENE Foundation and you guys can catch us there.
Stunning. And then also, what if one actually wants to join the UYINENE Foundation? How can they go about that?
We usually refer people to our website. There's a little form to be a volunteer. Fill that out. The office contact details are there. My details are there. And we would love some more volunteers for the foundation.
Most definitely. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Come with your walking shoes? 8.
I think
from
8 o'clock people can start coming.
From 8 o'clock people can start coming. We will be ready and just getting the vibe, and get people excited. 9 o'clock, we're hoping that the program will officially be starting, Beacon Bay Country Club. And
place to be tomorrow.
Yes.
And our soccer match.
Yes.
We have a soccer match.
I want us to talk about the soccer match. Yes. Please.
So we established a soccer club in honor of UYINENE in her hometown of Trina. We launched in June.
Yes.
So Carlos Youth Academy, which is based in East London, was so kind enough to, I want to say, like, adopt the soccer team just to give some guidance to them. And they're going to have their first official match. And I'm so excited for the boys. I'm sure tonight they're not going to sleep.
Guys.
Those boys, let me tell you, those boys, they are always ready. When we went for a launch, they were ready. They were looking sharp. Those young boys are just ready to be nurtured, to be given love, to be given guidance and opportunities, So they are always. I think they're going to be a highlight for the day.
Oh, I'm excited. Maybe I can join them, guys. Back in the day.
I think we're shorting a goalkeeper.
Maybe back in the day, back in my days, guy was a great goalkeeper. So who knows? You might be seeing Lady P, ladies and gentlemen, on the soccer field tomorrow.
I think the kit might fit you also.
Yes, because already the t-shirt fits so nicely, guys. Is there something I'm going to win? Even if it's flowers. I haven't got any flowers, guys, this Women's Month. Maybe there's flowers I can win, for being the best goalkeeper.
We can look into that. Yeah, we will definitely look into that.
So we've got some visitors. Snabapulapuli Abakoyo coming in. I said, hi, Lady P. I'm listening to you guys. And she's sending us some love. We are definitely sending the love back. And also we are joined by Olismola. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that cute baby with the shades. Kokama shades. The future is definitely bright. Women's Month message from you both. What are you leaving us with today on the invasion?
I think for me, it is about women should not wait. Women should not wait for someone to give them their power.
Yes.
You have that in you. You're born with it. It's just a matter of activating it and really just run with it. And that is your power to make your career, work, your power to be a good mother to your kids, your power to be a great sister, your power to be a support system for your friends. Women are just powerful creatures and they need to start embracing their power and using their power for good. Like, use your power to make the change in the world, really.
Yeah, wonderful. Lennis?
Like Top said, just for women not to be afraid to speak up, stand your ground, speak up, own your spaces, because we are powerful. And I know August it's Women's Month, but It's also a very emotional and sad month, especially with everything going on recently. Just stand in your power, speak up, don't be afraid, and we can take over the world.
Oh, we'll be taking over East London
Yes.
tomorrow.
Over East London.
Deacon
Yes.
Bay Country Club.
We are going to be walking the streets and taking our power
Yes.
back, and just claiming the streets because that's also very powerful. Lady P.
Yes.
Yes.
Women are not free to walk. Just a mere
Okay.
walk can be a serious, threat to your life. So the walk in itself is very symbolical. We want people to understand that it's a stand to say, but today we are gonna walk and nothing's gonna happen to a woman and a boy child as well is gonna walk with us, and we're gonna say, you know what, we all deserve to be safe.
And we will feel protected.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ladies. Any last words before we close it from your side?
Come, just make sure you bring your comfortable shoes.
Yes.
It is about making sure that we're having a good time, but we're also sending a message to the world. We're sending a message to say that enough is enough. We can no longer afford to have women dying in the hands of men.
Definitely. Water stations?
I think we definitely always have water stations. We also have I know that we have the systems in place in terms of making sure that safety is followed on the road. Last year we had nice water stations and nice, energy bars just to make sure that
Keep it going
on the road,
But they need to eat also, guys. Before you leave your house tomorrow,
Please.
you need to eat.
Yes, have a
Definitely
nice
have a
healthy
nice
snack.
healthy
Hearty
snack.
meal.
Yes,
Yes.
oats yako, breakfast yako, have that. And then of course we'll have snacks afterwards just to make sure you don't collapse afterwards.
Hey, guys. Yes, that's what I'm just like. When you wake
After our
up,
walk,
you must eat, be fresh.
yes.
Don't just get and be like, no, man, I'll be.
Yeah. If you
Don't
want to
play.
bring your energy or your own water bottle, that's also very good, so that we can also just make sure we keep our environment also clean. We don't want people to be
Beautiful.
littering around. So please bring your water bottle. Bring just your positive energy as well.
Definitely. And there's no rain tomorrow, so it's going to be a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much,
Gonna be a
ladies, for joining us.
beautiful
Check out our social media. We are going to be posting the t-shirts, everything. We are painting East London from today. As you can see,
And
guys.
I think we also have the merchandise.
We have
Denise,
US t-shirts on
please.
sale as well as
If they
the
want
mugs.
to look like us
They
and be
must.
popping,
Come early
to
get the
please
t-shirts,
come
guys.
early and so that you can get the t-shirts. We are going to be selling the t-shirts as well, just for the foundation to also generate some income.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
ladies
you.
and
Thank you for
gentlemen.
having us.
Hey, we can keep this conversation going,
Go
but we
on,
are
girl.
keeping the energy for
Entire
tomorrow.
day.
All right. Looking at time, it is exactly 9 minutes.